Hey, so it's Ollie and Jacob here. We're doing the Beard and the Brain podcast.
Hi, this is Jacob. This will be my voice you get to listen to.
It's wonderful.
Sure.
So, I'm going to start with an odd one, but I learned a fun fact about chocolate the other day, and I bought a bit of Lindt chocolate, and that's just, it needs to be said that it's Lindt because it sort of goes with the fact of what it's all about. So, chocolate's quality is actually measured by its sound.
Really?
Yeah. I know, it sounds weird to me, but Cadbury's chocolate doesn't have the same defined sound. So the higher cocoa butter content, the stronger it bonds together, I think, as far as I'm remembering. And the sound you get is a sharper sound from something like high quality as Lindt. So you get that click.
Yeah, but that's just brittleness.
That's chocolate quality. What you're hearing there, wait, I'm gonna. That is chocolate quality sound.
But then you get the Lindor, like the ball ones that are real nice.
But they're not quality chocolate.
Yeah, but they taste so good.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm disputing.
Right, I'm not understanding then.
No.
The quality surely implies it tastes good.
Quality doesn't imply it tastes good or is good.
Well, when it comes to chocolate, you presume quality is taste.
Quality implies a standard. Taste implies many other things, like what you do to it, what you put into it. But quality for this is, like in any food, quality is your ingredients. Is it not?
No, well, it's obviously ingredients. It's what the chef can do with, whether they're a chef, whatever the person is cooking them, does with those ingredients.
No.
Surely.
No, because again, you can make a good dish with shit food. Right?
Yeah, but the quality there comes from the person cooking it.
Yes, there's a set quality there.
Yeah.
The food is not of a good quality.
Right. Fair.
You see what I'm going with this? There are different ways to have quality. It's not one set thing. So you can have quality food and quality ingredients, or you can have quality food and bad ingredients. But it doesn't dispute the fact that chocolate, the sound of it, makes quality.
To be fair though, Cadbury's always the dullest sound to use, so and it's always fairly shit. It's just
because it's not got a good quality of ingredients in it. It's the cocoa butter. It is. But anyway, that was a brief tangent into my endeavours in the internet.
Yeah,
but
we'll probably have many tangents. How we go.
How we normally talk. But so we've sort of introduced ourselves. I'm Ollie. We're both at the same uni. That would clarify it. I don't travel.
Should we tell them, or
we'll leave that for a bit?
Leave that for another day.
Leave that for
if anybody actually asks, then we can tell.
But
anybody listens to this.
Yeah, that's a key to continuing doing these. We're starting from humble beginnings. We've got a small Microsoft camera being our microphone. We do have plans for bigger, better things, though.
So we do apologise if you can hear any of the people that live around me slamming doors or just having a better time than us.
But if you can hear this, that's quality chocolate. But it's quality chocolate, and I'm still eating it. I'm going to stop because it's just really distracting.
Yeah, people didn't come here to listen to you eat.
Or did they?
Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't invite you around for this.
Yeah, it's true. So this is our podcast. We're going to try for monthly.
Yes.
But it all depends on views or listens.
Like our own personal lives and how we actually managed to timetable this in. Like
depends on many factors, just like quality.
Yes.
But we're planning on doing it's going to be like a general thing. So we'll be looking at like we have an interest in games, so games will be probably a key to topic for any of us. But
films. I'm a bit of a film buff, I'd like to say. But
yeah, films and other.
What is anything that comes up in our daily life?
Yeah, just things that come up in our courses. So I'm doing robotics engineering. That's what I was trying to get at.
And then I am studying biomedical engineering, which I feel I'll have to explain a little bit, which is engineering that will occur in a hospital. So, like your MRI machines, your robot limbs, your medicine delivery systems and stuff like that.
I am just general robotics. I will make a robot limb eventually.
Precisely. You say robotics, so it's like
robots. Everyone knows what that is. Everyone sort of either goes like it's...
Every time I say that, someone's like, ooh! I'm like, no, it's not that.
I've said it to people in my halls, and they've always thought, like, they've told their parents, and they've been like, oh, isn't that like the things that are used in like the Paralympics? People seem to get a real misconception between what are they called? Like, is it cheetah legs?
I know what you mean.
The like curved panel, like they're like skis that have been bent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, you get different styles of legs, which they say they think they actually make you better at running than if you had an actual leg.
Yeah.
Which is why there's dispute over that. But then what I have been looking into recently, which I only found out at the start of this course, is the Cyber Olympics, I think it is.
There's a Cyber Olympics?
Yes, which is people like using like fake limbs and stuff that are actually meant to be better. And it's competing in weird things like there's a dexterity one, so there'll be people that don't have arms, they'll have they'll have robot arms, and they'll be doing all sorts of just simple daily tasks, but that have actually been really hard to master in to be able to do with actual technology, like gripping an egg and not breaking it, and then cracking it on the side of a glass and opening it up.
I heard about something of that, but is that not then based on finance that you can push in?
Yeah, but so far it doesn't seem like that.
Is it like the science community's getting in?
Yeah, it is, because there's loads of different ways of doing it, is what I've seen. Like, it's not just everybody goes in with hands that have 5 fingers. There's some that are just like 2, but they're just really, really good, but it's only 2. So it's like it's not actually what you'd expect from it. Like, it's all... I think what they seem to be aiming for is just trying to find the actually best way of doing it, disregarding what a human is meant to look like. Which is why it's actually pretty cool, I think.
Have you seen that thing that you can... it keeps circling around, at least on my newsfeed. It's a fifth... another thumb.
Okay.
I don't know... I know that you can get... It's really weird. So it clips onto your forearm.
Yes.
And then it's a thumb that's literally... It hangs on off the side after your other pinky finger.
Yeah.
Your other pinky finger. Your pinky finger. And it hangs on there. And it closes. Like, it works as a normal thumb.
Oh.
And it says, apparently, really weird for the first, 2 days. After that, people get really good with them, and they're doing, extra things, impressively well. And I can't remember how it's controlled.
I use my pinky for, if there's everything, a lot of stuff in my hand, the pinky is always good for just supporting anything that you've...
Yeah, well, now you've got another thumb there.
Yeah, exactly. So I could then use my pinky to...
Yeah.
I could hold 2
Yeah, I know, you could hold more things, yeah.
Oh, there was a guy... Right, listeners, we are also drinking, so any clinking is just... It's nothing bad. I have a selection of bottles above the microphone, I now realise, and if anybody slams the door, you will hear a large rattle.
Yeah.
My apologies.
But, it's really weird, but you can also get, apparently, something to go in your shoe. Yeah, this is where it gets a bit...
Right, this sounds interesting.
Because I think the way it's controlled originally is it's through tension in your forearm.
Yeah.
But you can get a pit to put in your shoe that when you, tense your toes, for example, it'll close the thumb in for more accuracy. So instead of working on tensing your forearm to close the thumb, it uses the muscles in your foot, basically, to close this second thumb. Many thumbs. I've attached 5 of these to my hand. And I'm unstoppable now.
Thumb master.
I'm like the man from Spy Kids.
Spy Kids.
But no, so that's just really... I found that really weird, but I thought you'd find that quite interesting, and it led on quite nicely from that Cyber Olympics. I didn't know that was a thing, though.
Yeah, I
heard someone joking about it.
Yeah, and then it popped up on my newsfeed a while ago, so past a couple of weeks, I was like, this is actually something that's taken off.
So, would that be something that drone racing's in?
No, because it's people.
Yeah, but drone racing is becoming more and more personal as they go, because they're using VR headsets now. It's mandatory, I'm pretty sure. Part of it, you have to be using a VR headset. As far as I'm aware, don't quote any of this.
Well, that's actually something that I had never thought about, because I was always thinking, Jesus Christ, they go really fast, they've got all these bright lights on them, that's cool. But I was like, but how, surely they've got to have this really good vantage point where they can see the whole course. Never once did I think, they're probably wearing a VR headset and it's fucking Need for Speed. When
all of them are loops either way.
Yeah,
you would be stood in the centre, it would be hard.
But it's like you see them and it's like Derek buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
All stuff where there's stuff in them.
Yeah,
there's
VR
stuff in the way of the
headsets.
view.
You can get a lot of them now that work with VR headsets. It's only the cheaper ones that don't. Yeah. And I'm saying cheap as in under 100. Above £100, we're British. Pounds is the right currency. Above £100, it becomes you can get VR for some it's worse VR, but it's still not. It's not bad.
No, well,
what you pay.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It's not stupid if it works.
Talking of VR though, Kinect is dead.
Yeah, I had a Kinect.
But isn't that because they've integrated it into the Xbox One?
No, they haven't.
I thought it was integrated into one of the consoles.
No, I don't think so. My brother had an Xbox One. I don't think he's ever done anything with a Kinect. I got the Kinect for my 360. Yeah, for my 360.
Yeah.
And I had a great time with it, except I had it for half an hour. Now my room was not
You had a
designed.
Kinect with a 360?
Yeah, because that's what 360 was when the Kinect came out.
I thought it came out with the Slim. The smaller, shinier one.
Yeah, that's still a 360.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was still the generation of 360.
Oh, see, I had one at the same time. I just always called those an Xbox Slim.
Oh, yeah, well, you had the Xbox 360, then you had the Xbox 360 Arcade, which didn't have the detachable hard drive. You had the Xbox 360 Elite, which was superior, somehow I can't remember, but...
It was higher memory. And it was black.
Yeah, it was black. That was the only difference.
No, higher memory. It was... Yeah. It got to 250 gigs.
You mean higher storage, my friend.
Oh, yeah. I do.
You do. And then, then there was a couple of other ones. Once they changed the shape, which I thought sucked.
Yeah, but I really thought it was built in. I don't know, it might not be.
Well, if it was built in, then you had to put the whole bloody big Xbox somewhere convenient where it could see you.
Yeah.
Wherever you see, people have it under their telly or something. It's like, that's what it's going to be looking at your feet.
I mean, my main issue with the Kinect was, it was never specified the amount of room you needed.
No, yeah, exactly. That's why I am hurting myself with it. Because my house, the light switch is like it sticks out the wall 3 inches, like it's a solid box out the wall. And I had jumped close to the wall, and then I went to jump up, and I put a fatty gash in my shoulder that actually I have a scar from, playing a bloody Kinect.
Because I got it, I didn't buy it, it was given to me as a gift. But it was, when I arrived, I plugged it into my Xbox and stuff, and I used to have a really small room. So it was, I had my TV, I had my bed, and then I had like a strip, like a room, a strip. Yeah. It was like an L shape between getting out of my bed to going to the door.
I had a similar thing, except my TV was in the corner, and I had it also at an angle. So effectively, I had an L, but from like the bottom of the L to then the top of the L is, well, I would be one of those points, and Xbox was the other. So therefore, I wasn't really using the entire L. There was so much wasted space. Yeah, see, I put mine... I couldn't organise my room out for a fucking Kinect.
I put mine at the top of the L because I couldn't put it in the corner of the L because I had my vivarium there. When I had my
bid... me what a vivarium is.
Enclosure for, like, lizards. Because I had a bearded dragon.
I never knew that.
I thought you did. I had a bearded dragon named Diego.
Oh, no,
Yeah. Because I had Diego for, like, a brief bit of, when I first met you. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I sold him just before I met you. I had to sell him because, turns out vivariums are very hot.
No.
It was a shocker for me. I didn't realise that, truly. But, do you know what we should probably clarify, actually? I don't have a beard.
Oh, you've got a little bit.
I don't know, I don't tend to keep a beard, is what I mean by that.
You have great potential for one.
I have great potential for a beard, but I shave semi-regularly.
Yes. He always has stubble.
Yeah. So, I'm not the bearded one.
That is myself. But I have a lovely beard because...
Some could question I'm also not the brained one, so...
We have our moments.
Yeah, but anyway, going back to that, I had the vivarium in the back.
Yes.
So I was backing up into the vivarium, which could have been a severe risk, but I didn't have any more room, was my problem, is what I'm trying to get onto the story, is if I wanted to use the Kinect properly, because there's like a bad, they had it like set up like a baseball court. There was like the first ring where it's bad, second ring medium, third ring good, in different radiuses. Yeah. And I was in the medium, and it was just so jittery.
Yeah, no, if I went in the good one, I was actually stood in my doorway.
Yeah, I'd be doing stuff at my doorway, and because at the start, a lot of the Kinect games were all sporty games. It's like, I'd just be doing star jumps against my wall.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
That's exactly how I hurt myself, so I ended up against my wall, and...
It wasn't, I don't think it was...
Dumbly made house.
I think the problem as well, with the Kinect and with the one that PlayStation have...
Yeah, my dad bought that for us, and we never used it because he bought us the controllers, and then we had no games to actually use it.
There's no good games on them. They're all no real games.
Oh, actually, I thought the Kinect Star Wars looked cool. But
Yeah.
that's because it was a good trailer, and then
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of
once I
trailers
actually
are
had a
not
Kinect and I
better.
tried to use it, I realised
Yeah.
it was horrible to use.
I think if you wanted to use a Kinect properly for games like that,
Yeah.
you needed a dedicated room. You
Yeah.
needed a room for your
Well,
Kinect.
it's what's happening now with VR.
Just like
isn't
you
it?
need with VR, because you
Yeah.
can't do it in a small room.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there were some promising things going on with it, but nothing ended up. People dropped out of it quickly, I think. Too quickly. Like you had some good games. Like we did it right, I think, because they had Call of Duty on Wii.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that people don't realise. There was Was it World at War?
World at War was on Wii, but I think it wasn't. I don't think it was strictly World at War. I think it was like World at War something else. It was like because I had World at War on PS2, but that was it still wasn't World at War.
I know people that played it.
Yeah. I mean, we had I can't remember anymore. But yeah, we had all sorts. We had a couple of other games that you could have an Xbox on our Wii, but
Yeah.
it's like the Wii was good because it knew Nintendo knew what they made. Okay, it was a console where you wanted to be having like doing stuff, swinging your arms about. Okay, so like we had, I think it was one of the I can't remember what game it was. There's loads of them. The one I had was like the 15th one. It's not Final Fantasy, but it was just the idea was you just swung a sword.
Yeah.
Real simple. Okay?
Oh, was that an actual game or was that part of the Wii Sports package?
No, it was definitely
Wii Sports
was all by itself.
Literally a sword swinging game.
No, it was all by itself.
Oh.
I remember there was another one I saw that was coming out on it called Red Steel.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure it was looked kinda cowboyish, set in the future. But it was like you had a samurai sword and a revolver. Sounds pretty cool.
Just two things that you wouldn't use together.
I know, I don't.
A samurai sword and a revolver. It's like that story of the guy in the war who had, what do you have? A long sword and a long sword and a longbow.
Yeah.
He was the last person to get a kill with a longbow in World War in any war.
And also, I believe he was the first person to get a kill in World War II with the sword.
Yeah, probably.
He was.
People want.
I'm pretty sure he was American actually.
Yeah, it's
they sound like very British weapons, but he was an American. Because he stormed one of the bloody. It was after Pearl Harbor, obviously.
Yeah.
It was one of those islands. It was him because the famous picture is him running up the beach with that sword.
But my point for that is, of course, he's going to be the only one to get a sword kill, because nobody's going into battle in World War II being like, well, I've got this gun in my hand, but I could also take a sword and run towards my enemy who also have these guns.
Manly as fuck.
I mean, it's manly as hell, yeah, but...
Did you heard about the guy playing the bagpipes?
No?
Right, World War II, this was it Operation Market Garden or whatever. So, no, that was the American one, I think. I can't remember. But it was I live next to an opera singer.
Oh, is she an opera singer?
I think so. Yeah, Joanna.
Yeah.
I feel bad for mentioning her name now. But yeah.
Well, we
she's
mentioned
a
our
good singer.
names. Nobody's going to be able to track her down.
No, I bloody hope not. But yeah, she's a very good singer. And sometimes you might be able to hear her.
I didn't
You might
notice
not be
that
able to
at
hear
all.
her right now.
Once
Out.
we've got plans to get some different kit. It depends on sort of like, it will probably be in the new year. We're actually, I mean, it's the 27th of October.
No, I've been very good with my money, Ali, so I can get with it.
No, I know.
If it's going to take off.
Yeah, I just don't want to be. I don't want to be. That's why I said at the start we're going from humble beginnings. I don't want to be pushing money into this, and then it not taking off, because I've bought the plan that we've got basically is to get a stand that can clip to the desk or something, so it can hang between us quite easily. A Yeti, probably a Yeti Pro, just because they're great for podcasting, those mics. And then
if, just throwing this out there, anybody that's listening to this knows better than us, which you might, feel free to suggest.
Our budget's quite high when it comes to like joint things, so it's fine. But it would just be with some pop shields and maybe. No, it was just with pop shields. Yeah, so I mean, the noise thing it can be solved. We can solve it if we want to. It depends on how this goes. But for one, I'd say it's great singing anyway. So
yeah, I have not. That's not the thing I complain about living here.
No, it's true.
When they come back at 4 a.m. and they're banging doors and they're playing their music full volume in the hallway.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a dick move.
I was having that yesterday. We'll get back on topic now. To some more news related things. Have you seen? I know that it's something that I haven't thought about because it's not a game that's ever been on my mind. But the Super Mario, the new one that they're rebooting it.
I literally don't care. I'm not a big. I know I gave Nintendo the big one for the Wii just then, but I'm not a Nintendo fan.
No, I'm not a huge Nintendo fan.
The last Super Mario game I played was Super Mario on the Game Boy.
No, admittedly, I'm not saying I want to play it or anything. Mm-hmm. The only reason I bring it up is it hasn't got anything lower than 5 stars.
Yeah, but but right, is it out?
No.
Then it doesn't count for shit, because all that is going to be people fanboying and stuff like that.
No, it's not people fanboying, it's like the Telegraph have given it 5 stars.
Right, you can't, as far as I'm concerned, you can't take ratings for anything anymore.
Telegraph's a good paper, though.
I don't care what's a good paper. At the same time...
All critics have given it 5 stars. Game critics aren't allowed to be biased.
They're not, okay? But the fact is, they're not. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's true. Or, also, I've looked at ratings for games and been like, wow, that says it's really good. I've got it. I'm like, this is nothing like what these ratings should.
I mean, I was thinking about it. It is dependent on the person that plays the game.
Yeah.
Because people play things differently. But as a reviewer, you're supposed to have quite a bland, non-biased opinion. So, it has to have some good things behind it.
Here is my point. Okay, Game of Thrones.
Yes.
It was this season, and it was the last 2 episodes. Are like some of the highest rated episodes.
Yeah.
Even though they're utter garbage, really.
Yeah, they're not great.
They're not great, are they? There's definitely other episodes that should be higher, but they're ranked as being the best.
What's Battle of the Bastards? Is that pretty highly rated?
I think Battle of the Bastards is the highest, but I feel like one of the newer ones ranked either just as higher or highest.
Just type in Battle of the Bastards. Why are you opening a new?
Well, I was just...
Okay.
I like my tabs.
But while Jacob looks that up, it's I don't know. Game of Thrones is quite. We both like Game of Thrones.
Yes.
But
we do.
Well, what's it got overall? Game of Thrones. It's got
overall
9.5 out of 10. It's
what you've got 73
episodes. It is a good. It is a really good TV program.
Right.
Are you saying so? Dragon Wolf 9.6. It's got more than the actual show.
Yeah, and then Beyond the Wall.
Only
a 9.3. That was better.
Yeah, Beyond the Wall is good.
But then if we go back to, I reckon it's probably season 4.
Season 4. I don't know.
The Watchers on the Wall was a great episode. 9.6.
Yeah.
Okay. That is still
I actually think it's fairly rated.
No, yeah. But it's like, no, but I still don't think... A 9.5 for the very last episode,
people are stingy though, especially, I don't think we can go on IMDb because other people can rate on IMDb. It's not reviewers.
Yeah, but it's better. Do you know how Rotten Tomatoes works?
How does Rotten Tomatoes work?
If you review it and you give it a positive, then you get... If it's anything positive, anything remotely... Basically, you've got good or bad, okay? That's the only thing it takes into account.
Oh, so it's like thumbs up or thumbs down system on YouTube.
Essentially, yeah, it's what I've been told.
You don't get a mediocre.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why, if it's something that's got loads... Also, I'm pretty sure it only leaves a tomato if, like, you actually review it. So just because something's got a high rating, that just means...
So I wouldn't be able to review something like that, because I don't think I can definitively say... Yes or no? I don't think it's not...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's not my nature to go yes or no in many senses.
Also, like, there's things that sometimes... They are bad in films, but at the same time, that's what can make a film sometimes. Like, comedies that are self-aware, and they get, like, stuff that's, like...
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just saying like, and that's not really explaining what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. It's weird. When it comes to reviewing games... It is highly dependent on the person, and I don't think you should take reviews into account. Like, for example... What was it you just showed me?
Anthem.
Anthem?
Yeah.
Looks very good.
Yeah.
Trailers, though...
Looks too good to be
Trailers have always been deceiving. What was the most receiving? What was the most... Yeah, but pre-alpha still. No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. No, that just got too much hype. And then... If you're a regular person who can deal with it, like me and most of my friends, we were like, right... After a while, because it took them too long to bring it out. They got it really hyped up at the start, and then...
When was the first trailer released for it?
No idea.
It's like a year or more before the game.
Yeah, at least a year before it came out. And then actually, I did it with Destiny.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
That's Destiny. Because it was just like, oh, looks really cool. Yeah. So it was like, they said it's an open world, you get to play these characters and do all this shit. So I was like, oh, so I imagined it would be a fairly, like, not WoW-like, but like a WoW level, like World of Warcraft level of content and stuff.
Did you ever play WoW?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
But then
do you still play it?
I haven't for a while.
No, yeah, nor have I.
I played it a bit over summer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, then I actually got Destiny, got it. Like, very little it became a grinding game because you got loot, okay, and then there wasn't that many levels. Like it was said, it was an open world, but realistically,
yeah, I was talking to someone about it today.
Do a lot. It
someone said it's a lot harder to grind up levels and like grind up. Is it light points?
Yeah, because
light points in the first one in comparison to the new one.
Yeah, the new one. I've been playing. The new one came out on PC this week, and I started playing it yesterday. And yeah, it's a lot easier. I already have 2 legendaries. Yeah. And, like on the last one, I think I managed to get to 2, and that was so much. Like I hadn't finished the main story on this one.
I wouldn't find that fun. How long have you been playing the new one for?
Like, see if he'll tell me.
See if he's got his hours. It's actually on the Battle.net launcher as well.
Yeah, that's what
it's fully implemented, yeah. Why did it take so long to come out on PC in comparison to...
I don't know. Blizzard have released a video, I believe, about explaining why.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it's actually got some good content.
Oh, is it Blizzard's fault that it was so late in...
No, sorry, Bungie. Sorry,
Bungie,
I messed up. Also, they are both pretty solid developers for games.
Yeah, because I continue to big up Blizzard.
I love Blizzard.
What if they... No, it won't tell you, will it?
Sure. I'm pretty
Options... What a name.
Oh yeah, that was the one it gave me.
The one it gave you?
Yeah.
Do your own name. Stop being
yeah, well, no, because most of the time it gives you like one free change, and I've just stuck with it, and then...
It's such a dumb name.
I know, it's like, right, I'm not saying that on...
No, yeah, just leave it. Just leave. We won't say your name on here, but...
Oh, I can't find my hours.
You can't find your hours.
If anyone knows how
it doesn't matter either way. You clearly haven't played more than a day of it. More than 24 hours.
Oh, no, I think I've done like maybe 5...
You've done 5 hours,
6 hours?
and you've got 2 legendaries.
I'm going to say 10.
Okay, either way,
I put so much more into the first one, and really worked for those two. These ones were just literally given to me as quest rewards during the campaign.
Well, they're not legendaries.
Exactly. I know.
Don't be prizing someone like
that. You
should never get a legendary as a quest reward.
I know.
It's not a legendary then.
Also,
it's a common.
Like shit.
It's a common because everyone has it. It should have a low drop rate. Like for example, WoW to get a high item level or like high like a legendary item in either WoW or Diablo, for example, because Diablo's even harder.
Also, the expansion is on sale right now.
What, Diablo?
Yeah.
Diablo's a good game.
I know, I bought it earlier.
Oh, which expansion is it?
Reaper of Souls. So you get the new... Oh, right. Well, it's like £8, so I was like, yes, I'm getting that.
That's a really old expansion.
Well, it's the most recent one still.
Yeah, no.
Oh, the Necromancer came out, didn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to check now. I do like
Necromancer came out like this year.
But those games take actual trying to get a legendary. Yeah. Like you either have to run into a raid over and over and over and over, competing with 30 other people to get one item.
Yeah.
I understand. I like shared loot, don't get me wrong, when it comes to things that aren't legendaries. But I think if you're having to do a mission which requires more than one person, no shared loot with like something like a legendary.
30 people.
One person. Christ. How many people go into a Warcraft raid?
No, I don't know.
I think it's near 30.
No, I never really quite realised how many people it is. It's not something I do a lot of.
Yeah, no, I know. Raiding also. I don't do a lot of raiding because it makes me want to cry inside. Because when you're not like peak condition to raid, people get angry quick.
Well, that's just everybody on.
No, it's not. Like
a lot of people online.
It's a lot of people online, but like if you're not achieving like your peak damage that you're supposed to be achieving, like people can look at your builds and stuff and they can work out your peak damage.
It's like League of Legends.
Yeah.
The most toxic.
Do you play League?
I haven't for a while. I used to, and I find it's fun. I used to play Dota 2 before that, and my friends played Dota 2, and I tried to play it, but I sucked at it. And then friends got me into League as well. There's always this division of people that are like, oh, League's actually alright, we can play that. And other people are like, no, we play Dota 2 or we don't play at all. So I ended up just being bored. It's like, yeah, I'll give League a try, and I actually turned up being better at League because it's a little bit simpler for my simple head.
Yeah, you can do a raid in a minimum of 2.
Really?
So you can join a raid up to a maximum of 30 or 40 for some old raids, but a minimum of 2. I mean, nobody does a raid in 2 because you've got to have a minimum of 3 realistically, because you've got to have damage, tank, healer. Once you've got damage, tank, healer.
If you've built the class right, if you can go as a class that's fairly tanky, but then go the healing route for that class. Like I'm pretty sure it's is it Paladin?
Paladin, yeah, okay. I can see what you mean.
Because I played Paladin.
But the thing is...
Paladin.
The thing is, that Paladin would have no fun playing that game, because he'd have to... to be able to tank, because you'd have to tank everything, and then also let no damage go to the person behind who you would hope then you'd basically want a tank healer like a paladin and a glass cannon behind you, because if you're having anything but a glass cannon, you need max damage. So low health normally comes as a trade normally.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Yeah. No, I never really did my raiding.
No, I did it with my friends, because I had like an active group of friends that I played with.
Well, I was the one that was like, because it's free to play up to like level 20. I want to say level 20. And I was like, my friends didn't have jobs, so they didn't do it. But I was like, I'm enjoying this, and this is my only character. I'm not going to go restart another character and level him up to level 20 and just cycle through them all, because that's not really fun.
Did you ever play Guild Wars?
No.
Guild Wars is also quite good.
Yeah.
Guild Wars though has a lot more pay to win in it. Like it's not necessarily. I suppose it eventually comes down to the game, but it's with the class stuff. You can buy gems, which you can use on the auction house to then buy things to then craft into other things to then boost your skill, and you can buy things to boost your boosting of skills.
Well, that's a bullshit thing that's coming about one hour, isn't it? Fucking pay to win.
Pay to win, or
right.
Yeah, but what do you mean by pay to win? Because a lot of the time,
pay to win, I mean
DLC becomes pay to win. I don't know if you played Borderlands the pre-sequel.
I've got it, and I've played some of it.
If you have bought it, and you have bought all the DLC up to the current point with it...
I think I got
when
the
you start
edition that came with it.
Yeah, no, I know. If you buy the Legendary Start Edition, you get even more stuff, but when you start a new game, your character is given... Normally, you're given, 2 guns. 2 shitty guns, and that's it. If you've bought all of the, pay-to-play and stuff sort of things... You get loads of different things at the start, loads of brand new shotguns that are higher damage, that makes the start a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Admittedly, but I don't know, would you class that as pay to win at that point? Because you paid to win the first portion of the game.
Yeah, no, not as much, because you're not competing against other people. Pay to win at the point I'm thinking is, did you play, I think the last Call of Duty I played that I was like, okay, this is a step in the wrong direction.
Which one?
I think Advanced Warfare.
Is that the one where you can have loads of gun skins and people were grinding for gun skins?
It was more than that. It was, you could get all the guns you could unlock, it was more Call of Duty, but then you could also, there are loot crates. Basically, this is what games are starting to do now.
Straight away.
No, because loot crates on Overwatch, it's all skins and emotes and stuff. It's nothing that actually affects the game.
Oh, it's nothing worthwhile.
Nothing.
Okay.
It's just cool looking shit. And then Advanced Warfare.
I suppose what can they give away except skins and emotes?
Yeah, exactly. Blizzard know how to make a game, I feel.
Yeah.
I always credit them for that.
Again, no, it's not that. It's you can't give anything like that. You've played Smite.
A little bit.
In all the Smite's loot crates, you can't get anything but skins or emotes.
Same for League. Dota.
The only thing you can get really rare, I'm pretty sure, is you can get if you haven't bought all the gods.
Yeah.
You can get a free day using one of the gods.
Yeah.
But you can't give away anything like that because what are you supposed to give away? It's a lame game.
Yeah. But no, it was Advanced Warfare. You could in the loot crates get special versions of guns that you could already get in the game that had better stats and stuff. Which all of a sudden that's clearly changing tilting the game.
Do you see the thing that Activision have just patented?
No.
They've patented a I'm going to call it a manipulative technique of how to get people to buy DLC or buy guns.
Right.
So it's like a social thing. I won't say social experiment, but it's not. It's a social practice they've patented that other companies can't use now, which is a benefit because it means other people won't be doing it, but they'll devise different ways to do it.
Or if they'll just word it differently.
Yeah, what it is basically it's to do with their matchmaking service.
Right.
So if
they'll match people that don't have stuff with people that do have stuff.
If they see from your playstyle if they see from your playstyle that they think you want to be a decent sniper, for example, they'll matchmake you with someone who is a really good sniper, but also has the DLC and this special gun, this special sniper, and you will see that man killing people over and over again with this good sniper, and you'll watch him and you'll technically train from him maybe, and then you'll go back and you'll be like, I need that gun now. and they'll keep matching you with people with this skill and that gun, or like a similar type of gun, and until eventually you go, I need that. And then as soon as you buy it, the next step of the thing that they've done comes into play, which is they will then put you in a game with loads of people who are really new to the game, or really bad at the game. So then it will seem that the new gun that you have just purchased with your very fine money,
actually really genius.
Now you seem like a pro, and you start to think, this gun is working for me. Maybe I should buy the DLC for the assault rifle, so I can also win like that.
Yeah. That's actually it's impressive.
Genius, but
yeah. Well, no, but at the same time, I'm too proud to be like, if someone's beating me with a gun that's better than what I've got, I won't care until I'll be like, until I kill them with my shittier gun. Then I'll be proud. I'll be like,
no, because it ramps up. They'll keep putting
I'll keep taking that shit.
Their matchmaking thing keeps ramping up until like
what happens? I'll stop playing
eventually,
if I find it actually a good, enjoyable.
Yeah.
No, I still wouldn't. Because
you start on their team basically with the guy with the really good sniper. You start on his team, watching him kill people. No. See, the way it starts is you start on the opposite team and he kills you. Then they start matching you with people on that team, so that you're watching them and you're on their team winning and seeing them take all the kills with this really good gun, and then ramps up. It's like a scaling thing, I'm pretty sure.
Quite interesting. Like, I would never have really given... That's just bullshit. Make a game better. Make a good game. Don't work on fucking social constructs and making them...
You've got to think, the people they've employed to do this are social scientists.
Yeah, like this is making gaming ones. This is money. I mean, fair play. That's what business is meant to do. But at the same time,
they've gone out of their way. They've gone out of their way, and they've gone that we need people to manipulate the people we're selling our games to, and they've gone. We can already sell them DLC easily because people are so good to buy. But you know what we need to do now? Sell more.
Actually, do you know what? Right, EA. You played the Battlefront 2 beta earlier a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I explained to you how it's a bit shit now.
No?
Yes. In the fact that you had to get like loot boxes.
Oh yeah.
You got your gear, it's like, it's not really as fun. And also that was the point where it was pay to win again. You'd get better
doesn't look as fun because of that. No. But the game as a whole is better.
You see, do you know what I'm about to now tell you? There was not Blizzard, bloody hell.
Bungie?
No, EA.
EA, right?
Put out, that's why I'm like, bloody hell, like, what is going on?
It's not even a D.
Exactly. Well, I mean, just put two little curves on it, capital A, and you got a B, boom! Just genius. Well, they put out what is it, like a... what's it called? Like, it's just like a reel of all the stuff they've got coming in these next couple of years. A sizzle reel.
Sizzle reel?
A sizzle reel, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Never even heard of that, but yeah, continue.
And it was like little clips of all the games. And there was one, it's made by, it was the woman in charge of the studio that made the Uncharted games.
I've never played an Uncharted game. Nope. Honestly.
I thought you had.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else I know.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You've got other friends.
Nah, that kid moved to France. He's actually French as well.
Unlike me.
You're half French.
Half French.
Yeah.
But no, we'll continue.
Yeah. And it was going to be a very Uncharted like game. And there was Star Wars 1313, which you don't look like you enjoyed that.
I don't know.
Ollie's just tried a new cider, I think.
Kiwi and lime.
Kiwi and lime. It sounds right. But does it know kiwi the fruit or the bird?
It's the bird. It's the bird.
That could be why it tastes a bit funky.
It's meat and lime.
Last I checked, you don't put meat in a cider.
No, it's alright. It's got one taste. It tastes like apple. It's weird. It's taken
a cider that tastes like apple.
It's basically what they've done is they've taken away the original idea of apples, put 2 ingredients in, and made a sweet apple cider.
Wow. Mine.
Copperberg.
Yeah, and it's strawberry and lime, and it tastes like strawberry and lime. So I'm happy. You know what? That's what it says on the tin. It's not a tin because that's a bit grim.
But I don't know. There's some odd things that come up with games and DLC.
Yeah. Oh right, no, yeah. But what EA have done is basically, I think it's Visceral was the sub company that was in charge of making this game, and it was going to be
yeah.
an Uncharted, but in Star Wars. Okay, and it looked pretty cool. And there was Star Wars 1313.
Sounds alright, because I knew the premise of Uncharted. Yeah.
Well, it's just like it's third person.
Yeah.
Simple shooter mechanics, but it's like, have you played Tomb Raider? The new one?
No.
Bloody hell.
Jacob, my computer died a while ago.
No.
I'm in the midst of rebuilding a Goliath of a computer.
Right, okay. Assassin's Creed like.
Yes, that's what I can do. Yeah.
So you can climb around, puzzles and stuff, and then it's also a good third-person shooter.
Mm.
And that's what 1313 was going to be. And it was also rumoured that it was going to be a Boba Fett story. You play as Boba Fett becoming like what he was as a bloody clone of
one man in the Star Wars universe that can't miss a shot.
Yeah. So then it got to this is the point where Lucasfilm sold to Disney.
Okay.
And then so that Disney scrapped that project. And now EA was doing something that was the same woman in charge of that was also in charge of the Uncharted games that was now doing this new one. And now this year, in like the past couple of weeks, her studio and that has been killed off. That's not happening. And it's generally presumed
that game is
because
literally
Battlefront 2 is coming out, and
they don't want to take away from that?
No, it's because they've realised how much money Battlefront 2 is going to make. It's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, milk it.
Exactly, they're going to milk that, yeah. So they're like, yeah, we don't need to worry about putting money into this studio.
Especially when as soon as that new Star Wars film comes out, you understand what they're going to do. They're going to go, well, that film's got at least 8 DLCs in it combined. I can sell you one that's just a character alone.
I mean, it's smart because it's essentially this Uncharted-esque one. It's a purely single player story. It'll be that sort of thing. It'll be a linear it'll be a campaign, okay? That'll have a set amount of game time. Whereas if you have something like Battlefront 2, where it's like
it's unlimited game time.
Yeah, you buy the game, and all you've got to do is chuck loot packs in.
Mm.
And then there'll be a campaign. That's probably 6 hours of game time. Okay.
But you've got to see it from the company's opinion.
Because what they're getting at now is then they've got the multiplayer, and then they'll keep that going. Like I'm still playing the Battlefield 1 multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because that was fun.
Because I was watching what was it I was watching? I was watching one of the weird Yogscast series again.
Yeah.
I did enjoy some of them, and I was watching. I basically watch anything I watch now is like a podcast to me anyway. Because I don't have the time to watch it necessarily, because I'll be writing something or doing something on the side.
Yes.
But what I was listening to it, and it was Lewis talking about the fact that there's a series that him and Ben do that he might have to cancel because it's getting like 5k views, and for them, it's not worth putting an editor aside to edit.
Yeah.
And it comes down to that really. When you look at it, but it's just on a bigger scale. So the game studio, they're like, we're getting this much from Battlefront 2, and they go, your game will bring in this much. Is it worth us continuing building it? No.
Yeah.
It will be there. Whatever they've done currently up until this point, they're not going to just like burn all the files. They'll keep them, and then if it gets to a point where they're like, oh, Battlefront 2 dipping a little, they're like, put out another game.
Yeah.
I think it'll be released eventually.
Sorry? What's going to be released eventually? The one I was talking about?
The one you're talking about.
No, that studio has been shut down.
Oh, the studio's been shut down. Oh, yeah. I missed that.
No, it turns out EA have done that with a lot of studios, like over the past, I don't say decade, because I can't really recall, but it's happened to quite a few studios. That EA have been, they've been subsidiaries to EA, I think.
Talking about disappointing things, actually, did you watch the thing that is another thing that was overhyped?
Yeah.
The robot battle between the American robot and the Japanese robot.
I was just like, that looks so dumb. I was like, there's no way that can be entertaining.
I had so much hype for it. I was expecting...
What, did one of them get pushed over
and they couldn't
get it back up?
Real Steel sort of thing. That movie.
That's an amazing movie.
I was expecting something on that level. And I was watching it, and because I was still up when I got an email through, and it was like, Twitch will be streaming in an hour, come watch. And I was looking at the time, I was like, it's 4 in the morning. I'm like, I won't be watching it. I will watch a recap or it tomorrow. Yeah. So I put it on in the morning, and absolute garbage. Absolute. I've not seen something worse or more scripted than that. It was literally, so the first round.
It was the USA versus
Japan.
Yeah?
So first round, USA had 2 robots. They had their Mark 1 And then they had... Now, the only thing I was happy about was the naming scheme of this next robot. They had Eagle Prime.
Right, that's just a Pacific Rim name. Literally...
Eagle Prime.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, loved it.
You've seen Pacific Rims, you know... Yeah,
Is there one called Eagle Prime?
No, but they're all named, that's
what I know, yeah. I absolutely love it, and it's got a huge eagle mounted on its side, and I loved it. It's called Eagle Prime, but that's not the first round.
Japanese one called?
As far as I was aware, it didn't have a name.
Oh.
They just sort of rocked up and went, "We're Japan, we're gonna kill you." And but the first round, literally.
Well, I see them getting back into themselves. Yeah, you know, as opposed from being all that.
But let's not go into that, Jacob.
We'll a plunge in
We'll take a detour into that in another episode. But the first round was literally, so it's their Mark 1.
Yep.
And all the Japanese robot did was...
over?
No, you're right. It charged at it with its fist outright.
Yep. Oh, so it's like you could see it coming.
Mark 1 didn't move. It just...
Wait, there's a pilot in this?
Yeah, 2 pilots.
Right, so you can't be blaming...
2 pilots in the American one, one pilot in the Japanese one.
Right, that's the problem.
No, because one man needs to control the legs. Not legs, though.
Sorry, then how did the Japs do it?
Well, they're better, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly, okay.
But either way, one
so
punch,
it
was one punch, straight to, like, the chest, not in Eagle Prime, in Mark 1, and it went down.
Fair.
It literally... and hit the floor. And I was watching it, I was like, that was the most anticlimactic. I'm like...
Wait, is that how they did... Was it first to hit the floor, is out? Is that how they determined the winner?
Jacob, I'm pretty sure it was really damaged from hitting the floor.
But...
I know.
Did they not know what they get themselves in for?
I don't know. But
it's a big robot.
Anyway, just cancel that out, because basically, I think literally, as soon as they sent out that video to Japan, they went, Mark 1's not going to do it. They went, we need a new one. So then they bring out their big guns. They bring out Eagle Prime.
Eagle Prime!
Eagle Prime! A fact
you can hear the screech of eagles in
Eagle! The fact about Eagle Prime, he's got swappable arms. Round 1.
Right, okay, but where are the arms kept? Like, so you have them on his back and just switches them out and goes boop, 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 or no, they have to have a pit stop, don't they?
I think it was between rounds.
Oh, but that's a bit... Wait, are they different arms, or are they just the same arm because one might get one out? Or like, is one a sword, one's a...
Let me explain. You're jumping ahead. Round 1.
This is the sort of shit I'd be thinking if I'm making a robot.
Round 1 he had his minigun attached.
Right.
Now,
you're fucking with me.
No, I'm not fucking with you. It was a paintball minigun though.
Well, was it? Oh, so they folded the windscreen so they couldn't see. Genius!
It was genius, but
you could just get
the Japanese one just sort of hid. Just sort of hid. It hid away. But I think it was in round 1. Don't worry, because the Japanese one deployed a drone. I was just saying.
I thought this was it was real steel is what you said, okay? This is what I was expecting. Some punchy stuff, that sort of stuff. He put a drone. He was scabbing ahead.
He was hiding behind the barrels while he was being peppered with this.
Right, no.
And just all of a sudden, a drone is released. It flies towards Eagle Prime. I don't know. It could have been.
Just paint the windscreen.
Could have been, but it flies towards Eagle Prime, and Eagle Prime absolutely battered it out of the sky.
Okay.
It was having none of that. That drone could have been but it looked like a decent costing drone, Eagle Prime had none of it. Straight out the sky.
The Nexus, so I would expect that drone to cost at least money.
I can't remember who won round 2. I don't think it was the Americans. Round 3 though, new arm. It's a chainsaw. This is what we're talking about. It is a huge chainsaw that the Americans have just basically rigged onto an arm.
But they have to put decent teeth in it so it can actually cut through metal.
Yeah.
Oh, right, so.
The teeth were like very far spaced apart though, which was odd.
Well, it wasn't the speed it's going.
Yeah, but anyway,
like, if you had loads of them,
it was probably scaled quite well. But just started carving into the.
Yeah, we're 2 people sat here not even having finished our degree in our stuff that's kind of related to what that is, and that's they're both multi-million-dollar projects. So maybe we don't quite know.
No, I think we're still key to shit on them, because the Japanese one, right? It's got 3 legs and 3 wheels.
It's got 3 legs. Oh, sweet!
It's like a tripod, so 2 at the front and then 1 at the back. The thing at the back.
You should knock that shit over.
The thing at the no, I know it didn't get knocked over. Don't question the Japanese. They know what they're doing with this.
I didn't know that.
It was sleek. It was nice. It was like It was smaller than the Eagle Prime as well. Eagle Prime, basically what they did was they went, right, get us a tank. They went, take the top off the tank.
And put it on a...
Build a... So Jacob's just Googling Eagle Prime. He's just going to Google Eagle Prime quickly to see... That's Eagle Prime.
Oh,
look
that's
at him.
weak.
He's weak. Look, they've given him legs. I don't know why they didn't just fill in that space.
Yeah. You should have just dropped him down. Like, don't give him legs.
Yeah, well, I know.
Or separate the tracks. So essentially he's on roller skates.
So that's his little minigun thing. And then he's got a little claw hand.
That looks like shit.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't...
Oh, that disappoints me. You disappoint me, America. Yeah, well, Make better
go down there. Go down there. That's Mark 1 versus Eagle Prime. Those are the differences.
Wow.
So Mark 1 wasn't funded at all, though. Basically.
You can almost tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
Literally looks like most of a JCB.
He is a JCB, Jacob. But it was one of the worst things.
Is that the Japanese one?
That is the Japanese one.
Holy shit, of course the Japanese are going to win. You can only put time and effort into that. Whereas this was half a JCB.
I know.
Right.
You can see why round 1 is literally real and just knocked him down.
This is literally real still.
Yeah.
We've got the big multi-million one, Zeus, and we've got Atom, which was pulled out of some mud.
Set the differences. Atom 1.
Yeah, but that was because his pilot was Hugh Jackman, who happened to be an amazing boss.
Basically,
just tied into the story.
It was that one in red.
Was it an angry Japanese man?
That black one right there, you can see, guaranteed that can't move. Because the power supply that it has to drag behind it...
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry! It's a huge-ass power supply that it's got.
How huge, yeah? Wait, what was the Japanese one called?
Oh, it didn't have a name.
I just took an Eagle Prime versus Kuritas.
Oh, it had a name.
Of course it had a name.
No. There it is, that's the red one. You can't see the power supply behind it, but there is a power supply behind it.
Right.
When you see the actual fight, there's like top-down views of a power supply. Oh, you just typed in power supply.
Oh, yeah.
Stop hitting the spacebar so loud. People can hear that, Jacob.
I'm sorry.
We don't have a mic far enough away.
I'm not wearing headphones.
Stop what you're doing. Right. You can't see it. Look, just stop.
Don't let the keyboard know I'm the one in charge, okay? If the keyboard starts typing on me, then I've lost.
Right,
seriously.
Just stop. But either way, it was the interesting fight. It was worthless, really.
You mean it was a really not interesting fight?
What I hope, though, is that it sparked other people to make better ones, that eventually will become real steel. Yeah, no, I never thought I'd see it, but as soon as I saw that video...
I aspire to stuff like Pacific Rim, which I think like physically actually impossible because too much weight, it actually crushes itself.
I aspire to Iron Man. But again, physically impossible because electricity can't become fuel. Jacob.
Yes? No,
he has jets in his feet with no fuel anywhere.
Oh, no, yeah, that's true. That,
Thank you.
I want to understand. I was like, I don't...
Propellers? Yes.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
If you've been... Do you watch The Hacksmith at all?
No.
No. So The Hacksmith is trying to do a Fly Like Iron Man project, right? So he has worked out the calculations for how many or how big of a fan he will need to get himself lifted up.
Yeah.
So he needs 3 on his back, 1 on his hand, 1 on both hands, and 1 on both feet to be able to fly properly and control himself. It's a very costly project, and also, again, he'd need, like Iron Man has, some sort of reactor on him to keep himself in flight. Because the thing is, you've got to think, right, so with that many, he's either got tons of batteries on him, and at that point, I shoot him, and he is, what? He is just a burning ball of lithium. I pierce one of those batteries, Jacob. The man is a burning ball of lithium.
Right, can we not go with the Hollywood school of blowing stuff up, which is you shoot it and it blows up?
No, but have you never seen a lithium battery being shot?
No.
Lithium, when you stab it with a pen or anything, sparks into fire.
Holy shit.
Oh, no, don't Google it, because that's a video. But we will look at that afterwards. If you do you know that's the whole problem with like Samsung batteries? Originally they were like, oh, maybe they're being pierced by something. If you pierce a lithium battery,
was shitty design.
No, well it was shitty design in the Samsung in the end, but still, lithium batteries are very good at storing things. Perfect example. You know when the Tesla Model S was first released?
Yeah.
It had horrendous problem with being like
blowing up.
Yeah.
Is that because they kept it? They kept the batteries on the bottom, didn't they?
They kept the batteries on the bottom.
By the road.
By the road.
The tyres.
Debris was then being flipped up, piercing the batteries, and that's the thing that was exploding.
Similar thing happened to Concorde.
Do you know what they've done to that now?
Titanium
bottom plate.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Really simple fix. Just a titanium plate. Their batteries are pretty sure still in the same place. Just a titanium plate.
I remember Ben, our tutor for electronics, once told us that he literally said the Tesla is basically a nuke.
No, he was talking
about
hydrogen fuel cells.
Yeah, I don't know why I jumped to Tesla.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hydrogen fuel cells are the future, but are dangerous.
Yes. But hey.
Yeah.
Risks have to be made.
That's very true. To get that reward, I mean, perfect example. Lady that discovered...
Marie Curie.
I just can't say her name. Mary Curie?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can say her name.
You can say her name.
I'm just...
You just thought you could.
I keep thinking it's Mariah.
No, it's Mary. M-A-R-I-E. Mary.
Ah.
Yeah, and then Curie. As in cure, but
yeah, cure. Yeah, no, I know, yeah. Talking about famous people, I'm going as Ace Ventura for Halloween this year. And hopefully that will look quite good. I've got the Hawaiian t-shirt, the white shirt for underneath, and I've got a comb.
Towards loving animals.
Yeah, many things like that actually. What are you going as, Jacob?
I'm going as a lumberjack.
A lumberjack. And Jacob's going as lumberjack because he's bearded.
Yes, bearded, and I like checkered shirts and jeans, so actually I don't have to do much.
Jacob is dressing as himself, just going to put on slightly more of a manly persona.
I
for Halloween.
You know what? I trimmed my beard today, and it now looks less manly. It's less full. And I realised that's exactly what it needs to be.
It is less full, yeah.
So that was a mistake. But I was looking at it today. The only thing I need to buy, suspenders.
Suspenders? Why? What sort of lumberjacks have you seen wearing suspenders?
Literally the standard ones. Literally, you Google images, lumberjack, and it comes up with lumberjacks. Yeah, they have the suspenders.
Do they?
Yeah, lumberjacks. The jacks of the lumber community.
The jacks of the lumber community. Straight away, I'm not seeing any suspenders.
Right, okay.
I'm seeing waders.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, the beanie and the suspenders.
The straightest
Either
lumberjack.
That, not the straightest lumberjack. No. That's a creepy lumberjack. That's definitely.
There you go. There's a baby lumberjack. No, go down. Wait, no.
Down.
That man there. The manly lumberjack next to the baby. Right, that lumberjack there.
Right, I'm not tearing my shirt. I'll roll the sleeves up.
Tear the shirt.
I'm not tearing that shirt. That is literally... I haven't worn that shirt because we established I was going as a lumberjack, and I was like, I have not worn that shirt yet, but that would go with it, and so I haven't worn it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Saving it for this point.
Yeah.
But I feel like I might have to wear, something underneath to make it look like I'm more bulky.
You might also notice a difference in audio here. I'm going to point that out now. We did not realise up until this point the recording volume was so high. Now you'd think, an hour in, at some point you'd do minor checks. But no, that's not how we roll for this pilot.
We fucking barrel on in and make a mess of things.
Hopefully this is good. I think we'll definitely record a second one with hopefully better... Once we've done some more research into our recording software, we'll put some better things on it and hopefully it'll sound better for part 2. I'm genuinely sorry, but we are going to probably end it around now because we're about an hour in and this is roughly what we've said that we're going to do for our podcast. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This was Ollie and Jacob for The Beard and the Brain.
Yep, we're not sure which is which yet, but
we'll work it out. Maybe. Anyway, thank you.
Have a good night. Probably in the recording now, don't we? Generally the idea.